Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. You are watching from Nisha's View and we're on the photography side, so you know what that is. That is photography talk with Nisha. So for my flying dress sessions, they're a little bit different than my regular photography sessions that I do. So for the flying dress, I always talk to the clients before, like as soon as they book it. What's their email address? Let me send them an email as soon as possible. Let me get their phone number, let me call them, let me text them and see when it's a good time that we can talk, because I love to talk personally to the client, way before we do the session. So during the call and during the talk, I go through what the session entails, what you need to wear to this session, because I require certain undergarments for the dress. So that for sure is very different than when I do my regular photography stuff. So this one is a little bit different. So today we're gonna go behind the scenes again. I'm gonna show you the setup versus shot. I'm going to tell you my settings, and I have my notes so I won't forget nothing, because I be forgetting, and I be going off on a tangent and be talking about other stuff when I'm supposed to be talking about this photography stuff. So we're going to get right into it. So the equipment. So first things first is the equipment that I take. Okay, so as I mentioned before, the night before, or at least 2 days before, I always check my equipment, and that's what I would suggest to you. Always check your equipment. Make sure your batteries are charged. Make sure everything is working how it's supposed to work. If you're taking lights, then make sure those are charged. If they operate by battery, make sure everything is working in order way before the day of your session. Do that. It will save you so much time and so much trouble and so much heartache and just anxiety about it. Just have all of that done. So the equipment that I normally take for my sessions, of course, is my camera. Number one thing is the camera, and I use the Canon R6 Mark II. That's what I use. And then for this session, I'm sticking with my 85. I'm sticking with my 85 millimeter because, I just love the way the 85 looks. I've said this a million times and I'll say it again. I love the 85. I love the bokeh that it creates, the the blurriness of the black background. I love it. 85. It's just that when you're doing the 85 and with the flying dress, you have to be back from your subject. And as you will see later when I show you the behind the scenes, you have to be back. You got to be a little bit back from your subject in order to get the dress and the full effect of it in the picture, because it is an 85. I didn't take any ND filters because it was a cloudy day that evening. It was the best time to shoot on a cloudy day, overcast day. So I didn't take any of that. Other equipment that I took was I don't think I've talked about this before, but I took my wagon. I call her Blue. Blue is my wagon. I've had Blue for a long time. I've had Blue for at least almost 10 years. I want to say I've had Blue. So I took Blue with me, and I would definitely recommend, if you are going out on location, that you get something where you can haul all of your stuff in. If you're taking a lot of stuff, then get your wagon so that you can pull it and you're not making multiple trips back to your car or back to wherever you need, you have your stuff. Get your wagon, put your stuff in your wagon, and just, roll it on with you. So yes, Blue always goes with me wherever I go. You're gonna see Blue, you see Nisha. I took my Beyonce fan, and also I have a folding table. So the folding table is it's just a little bit more room. I just like to take the folding table just to have a little bit more room, and for the clients, they can put their stuff on top of the folding table as well. And most importantly, for this particular session, the changing tint. You need to get you a changing tint. If you're a photographer and you go out on sessions on location, get you a change in tint. I think I mentioned that in my photographers, what to give photographer for Christmas, for presents, a change in tint. And I thank my friend for gifting that change in tint to me. I've had that for about 10 years too, but she comes in handy. I love it. My clients love it. And yeah, change in tint. So all of that goes in the wagon, along with my book bag. My camera bag goes in the wagon. And then if me and the client are meeting there at the same time, I'll go put your stuff in the wagon. And then I tell my husband, okay, it's ready now for you to pull it. And so he pulls the wagon with all the stuff in it. So that's the equipment. That's mainly the equipment that I take all the time with me when I'm going for these flying dress sessions. So let's get to the location and let's get to flying. So now I have to say this. My husband is the one. He's my assistant. He's my bodyguard. He's the protector. He's just everything. Okay. For this particular, for the flying dress session, it is basically him. He's the one that makes the dress fly. I just click the shutter. I tell him, of course, what I'm looking for, what I'm visualizing or whatever, but he does all of the work. He does all of the work, and I appreciate him for it. I really do, because if it wasn't for him, this would not exist. It would not exist at all. So I appreciate you. I appreciate you. Thank you. Thank you. So we get to the location. It's my favorite place to do these flying dress sessions. I have a couple of spots, locations around the city that I go to, but this one in particular is one of my favorites to do. Plus, I know where the sun is and I know what I'm getting. For the most part, I can visualize and I can see how it all works because I've done it and I know how it looks and I know how it comes out. So this one, if the client is looking for something that's more of a park setting with greenery, with, nature, then this one I'm usually going to go to. And so, yeah, so I'm just going to go through. My settings for these was pretty much the same. I didn't change anything on them. I kept my settings the same the whole shoot. I knew most important thing with this one in the triangle would definitely be the shutter speed. My top focus was definitely freezing action, freezing the motion, freezing the dress. So in order for me to do that, I knew my shutter speed had to be up there. It had to, be well above 200, 250. So for these, I believe my shutter speed was at 640. I'll put everything on the screen, and I'll also put up on the screen, the setup versus the shot, the ending. My ISO kept it at 100. And then kept my f-stop at f.2 because I wanted to, get that blurriness, get that out of focusness in the back. So that was for sure. I had to keep that pretty low. Oh yeah, and I forgot, I had a ladder. I had a ladder as another prop, so that went in the wagon. All that stuff went in the wagon. I am pretty good distance from her, okay? I'm pretty good distance. The interesting part about these sessions is how the dress flies. So this is just my husband doing his thing. Okay, just kind of coach them into the specific poses that I'm looking for. And most of the time the ladies are like, oh, I'm not a model, I can't do that. And they be the main ones that be killing it. They nail every shot, every pose, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, so we have a good time at these sessions and I just love doing them. It makes them feel really good, and I can tell that and I can feel that. And it's all about when you're feeling that with your client and you're feeling, you get a vibe. And then during our talk, I always talk to them and ask them, what's your music, what type of music you listen to, who's your favorite artist, and all of that. And then I have it on. So we're out there, we vibing, and once we get one or two in, then like I said before, once you get one or two under your belt, one or two pictures, and you getting a flow going, then you know it's all good from there. It's all good from there. And then you show them, because for these, I definitely show them the pictures while we're going. It boosts their energy and their confidence. So I just let this play, and you guys can hear the conversations that we're having for a little bit. Oh yes, nice. 1, 2. Montez, I wasn't ready. I said 1. I count 3. It's me and my husband. We go back and forth. We banter. It's just. The more we go on with the session, the more and more they just open up. She even asked. She asked, "Well, can I sit down?" Because she's just started getting comfortable and everything. So I went, "Can I sit down?" And then had a dress, framed around me. She sat down, and we did, the dress around her. So that was her idea, and she loved it. She loved it. And with this particular session, I offer a 8x10 wooden frame, so of the picture of their choice, and she chose this picture as her 8x10. So yeah, I really enjoy doing these flying dress sessions. I think they really give women a confidence boost and make them feel good, and I love doing it. And especially, they're very popular with people celebrating milestone birthdays, 30s, 40s, 50s, 60s. I had one lady that was 70. So I really, really, really love doing these. Okay, so that is basically it for the setup versus the shot, the flying dress edition. I really wanted to come on and share how I go about doing these flying dress sessions, because they are a little bit different than my typical regular portrait sessions. They really are. It takes a little more time to go through it, and a little more time in detail into planning these and then getting the shot. You gotta have some patience. So yeah, so that is basically it for this session. And if you've made it this far, go ahead, hit that subscribe button, and there go my never fails. If you've made it this far, then you know my phone always dings during these videos. Thank you for subscribing. Go ahead, hit the subscribe button if you haven't, and then tell me in the comments. All right, just leave me some comments below what you think, suggestions, anything. I love to talk. But yeah, and then like and share. I appreciate y'all, I really do. And so until next time, I'll talk to you then. Bye bye. My GG channel. Period.